Hi friends, I'm back. This time I wanted to talk about what is a stander, why do we stand, and some things to help while you're standing. So stay tuned. So what is a stander? A stander is one who's standing for reconciliation of a marriage. A standing spouse are countercultural as they choose to stand even though their spouse may be in the midst of an affair, is pursuing divorce, has a child with the other person, or has already attained a legal divorce. Standers believe in the covenant made at their wedding that what God has joined together, no man must separate, not even a judge. Thus, they remain married regardless of their legal status. Standers realize that while standing, they're definitely experiencing the worst part of their for better or worse vows, but by the grace of God, they can endure this journey in hopes of a worldly reconciliation. They also know that thousands of couples have reconciled and are exceptionally happier than before their stands. Your stand will allow you to grow in intimacy with your children, your spouse, even if you rarely communicate, and others, as standing teaches you to love like Christ. You'll be shocked when you find yourself praying for the other person and recognizing the softening of your heart as you do. Why do we stand? We stand because we no longer tolerate the false ideology that divorce makes us happier and recognize that second marriages fail at a higher rate than do the first marriages. Please forgive me for the typos. I do apologize. I thought I did check it over. And again, why do we stand? We stand because we know we're powerless. God's in control and our job is to surrender. We stand because we love and love never fails. As a stander, we must practice good behaviors no matter what. I have listed about 20 different things that we can do and not do while we're standing. Take a look. Number 1, as a stander, never respond to hatred and anger with hatred and anger. Read Luke chapter 6 verses 27 and 28 and Ephesians chapter 4 verses 31 and 32. Number 2, never respond with tough loves. Proverbs chapter 15 verse 1. Number 3, never give ultimatums. Proverbs chapter 24 verse 29. Number 4, never think of yourself as the good guy and your prodigal as the bad guy. Matthew chapter 7 verse 3. Number 5, never seek unnecessary information about your prodigal. It only hurts you and places doubt in your mind as to the potential for reconciliation. Phillipians chapter 4 verse 8. What that means is don't go on Facebook or try checking their email or going through their phone, because you never know, there might be something in there that you might see that's not going to sit right with you. And of course, it's going to refuel you all over again. You're going to get upset. You're going to get mad. And it's just going to start a process all over again. You're going to push them away. And, they're going to push you away. And you're going to get yourself frustrated. So just stay away from all of that. As much as you may be tempted to go through their phone, do not. I beg you, do not. It would just tear you apart. Number 6, recognize what your spouse says isn't really your spouse, but the enemy who has temporarily deceived your spouse. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verses 3 and 4. So what I'm trying to say is, whatever your spouse is saying, don't take it too personal, because it's really not your spouse saying it. It's the evil spirits that's trying to take over. It's the devil trying to attack him to attack you. Don't fall for it. Number 7, recognize what you see happening in the natural has little to do with what is taking place in the supernatural. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12. What that means is, just because your spouse may be out there cheating on you, it doesn't mean that they're happy. It just might be something that they're trying to fulfill. Don't try to take it and try to analyze it. Just pray about it, and God will change it around. If you've been with your spouse for a very long time, you trust and believe that they're going to miss you, and they're going to start feeling bad. Just keep praying about it. Don't give up. Number 8, Recognize most spouses will blame their entire broken relationship on you and your faults. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 14. Number 9. Recognize most spouses will say they never loved you and are never coming back. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 6. Number 10. Recognize many spouses do come back. Number 11. Recognize reconciled marriages are happier than those that never struggled. Romans chapter 11, 15. Number 12. Always pray before communicating with your spouse. Number 13. Always pray for your spouse. Here's a tough one. Number 14. Always pray for the other person. And I say this also. It's going to be hard and you're not going to want to do it. But pray for the other person. If your spouse is cheating, pray that the other person is happy. Pray that they will, move on with their life and find them a spouse of their own. Pray that they will leave out of your spouse's life. Pray that they will not hinder your marriage. Pray against them in your marriage, but you want to pray for their happiness too. We're supposed to love our enemies, right? So we have to do it. That's what God wants us to do. You have to pray for the other person as well. It's hard, but you're going to have to do it. Number 15, always opt for silence over defense. Number 16, listen more than ever believe humanly possible. Sometimes your spouse, they may not want to say that they're in this marriage because, of course, they're going to say, we're not married, we're through, I'm done, I want a divorce. But they will get closer to you and see you as a friend. If they see you as a friend and they can feel comfortable talking to you and telling you things, then there is hope. There is faith. All is not lost. So listen. Because they might be trying to tell you something without telling you something. Number 17, forgive more than you ever believed humanly possible. You got to forgive. You got to let go and let God. Number 18, love more than you have ever believed humanly possible. That should be self-explanatory. A good movie to watch is called The Fireproof with Kirk Cameron. I'm not sure which channel you can watch it on. Just kind of Google it and see where you can find it. But it's a very good movie for us standers. I'm telling you, it's a very good movie. Check it out. Never, never, never give up on your spouse, your marriage, and God's promise. And just remember, your stand will transform you. It will make you stronger, wiser, and just give you the strength that you need to get by each and every day. We need to continue to believe in God and pray. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. Then the end is not the end of the world. It may feel like it's the end of the world, but we can do this. We can get through this, and God will see us through. Just remember, keep saying, my marriage will be restored. Until next time, stay blessed. Love you all.